classroom seminar is an effective way to improve English for medical sciences. It provides students with opportunities to engage in discussions, presentations, and case analyses in a structured academic setting. By participating in these seminars, students enhance their medical vocabulary, refine communication skills, and develop the ability to express complex medical concepts clearly in English. This interactive approach fosters confidence and fluency, preparing students for real-world professional and academic interactions.
Good morning, everyone. Before we begin session 3, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Via. I'm the moderator of session 3. There are 4 topics with 4 presenters. Now I'd like to invite the first speakers of session 3, Ms. Retno, who is going to talk about heart disease. Ms. Retno, you have 10 minutes for your presentations.
Thank you, Via. Good morning, everyone. Before I begin my presentation today, let me introduce myself. My name is Retno. I'm a first semester student of Medical Informatics Study Program, Widyahusada University, Semarang. I'm going to talk about heart disease. 3 are 6 points I'm going to discuss. Point 1 is kinds of heart disease. Point 2, treatment of heart disease. Point 3, causes of heart disease. Point 4, prevention of heart disease. Point 5, signs and symptoms of heart disease. Point 6, diagnosis of heart disease. Point 1, kinds of heart disease. There are 3 kinds of heart disease. Number 1, coronary artery disease. Number 2, arrhythmia. And last, arteriosclerosis. Number 2 is treatment of heart disease. Firstly, heart disease can be treated by medication. For example, Aspilette, aspirin, and simvastatin. Secondly, heart disease can be treated by surgical procedure, like performing bypass surgery, installing a stent, installing a pacemaker, and inserting and inflating a balloon. Point 3 is cause. Heart disease can be caused by smoking, hypertension, alcohol, physical inactivity, overweight and obesity, unhealthy diet, and diabetes. Point 4, prevention. To prevent heart disease, we must exercise regularly, get regular medical check-up, reduce stress, eat a healthy diet, and stop smoking. Point 5, diagnosis of heart disease. There are 3 diagnoses of heart disease. Number 1, medical history. Number 2, physical examination. And last, diagnostic testing, like blood test and electrocardiogram. Number 6, symptoms of heart disease. There are 5 symptoms of heart disease. Number 1, chest pain. Number 2, swelling in legs and abdomen. Number 3, shortness of breath. Number 4, dizziness. And the last, fatigue. That's all about my presentation today. Thank you for listening.
Now, I'd like to invite the second speaker of session 3, Miss Betty, who is going to talk about circulatory system. Miss Betty, you have 10 minutes for your presentations.
Thanks, Via. Before I begin my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Betty. I'm a 4th semester student of Medical Informatics Study Program, Widyahusada University, Semarang. I am going to talk about circulatory system. There are 6 points I'm going to discuss. The first is what is circulatory system? The second is main organs of circulatory system. The third is functions of the circulatory system. The fourth, the main functions of the heart. The 5 types of circulatory system abnormalities. And the last is hospital equipment used to detect circulatory system abnormality. The first point is definition of circulatory system. This circulatory system, also known as the cardiovascular system, is an essential bodily system responsible for transporting blood, nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and hormones to and from the cells of the body. This system ensures that the body's tissues receive adequate nutrients and oxygen for cellular process, and it helps remove waste product. The second point is main organs of circulatory system. There are 4 main organs of circulatory system. The first is heart. The second is blood vessels like capillaries, arteries, and veins. The third is blood. Blood transport the oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and waste product. And the last is lungs. Point 3 is the function of the circulatory system. There are 5 functions of the circulatory system. The first is transfer of nutrients and oxygen. The second is removal of waste product. The third is regulation of body temperature. The fourth is hormone distribution. And the last is immune function. Point 4 is the main function of the heart. There are 5 functions of the heart. The first is pumping blood. The second is oxygen delivery. The third is nutrient supply. The fourth is waste removal, and the last is maintaining blood pressure. Point 5 is types of circulatory system abnormalities. There are 6 types of circulatory system abnormality. The first is heart failure. The second is arrhythmia. The third is coronary artery disease. The fourth is atherosclerosis. The fourth is stroke, and the last is hypertension. The last point is hospital equipment used to detect circulatory system abnormality. There are 3 hospital equipment used to detect circulatory system abnormality. The first is Doppler ultrasound. Doppler ultrasound uses sound wave to create image of blood vessels and assist blood flow. Doppler ultrasound detects blockades, clots, or abnormalities in blood flow. The second is magnetic resonance angiography, or MRA. MRA is a type of MRI that focuses on blood vessels. MRA visualizes blood flow and the structure of blood vessels, helping to identify aneurysms or blockades. The third is computed tomography angiography, or CTA. CTA is a CT scan that uses contrast dye to visualize blood vessels. CTA detects vascular disease such as aneurysms, stenosis, or blockades. That's all about my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Now, I'd like to invite the third speaker of Season 3, Ms. Fia, who is going to talk about cancer. Mrs. Fia, you have 10 minutes for your presentation.
Thank you, Retno. Before I begin my presentation today, let me introduce myself. My name is Fia. I'm a 4th semester student of Medical Informatics Study Program, Widyaswada University, Semarang. Today, I'm going to talk about cancer. There are 6 points I'm going to talk about. The first is cancer as one of the 10 leading causes of death globally. The second is kinds of cancer. The third is common signs and symptoms of cancer. The fourth is causes of cancer. The fifth is how to diagnose cancers. And the last is kinds of cancer treatment. According to World Health Organization, cancer is the sixth leading cause of death worldwide. As a result, it increases hospital burden due to high treatment costs, prolonged care needs, training healthcare systems, and reducing capacity for other patients. Point number 2 is kinds of cancer. There are 11 kinds of cancer. The first one is lung cancer. The second is cervical cancer. The third is prostate cancer. The fourth is breast cancer. The fifth is kidney cancer. The sixth is brain cancer. The seventh is blood cancer. The eighth is colon cancer. The ninth is skin cancer. The 10th is eye cancer. And the last is liver cancer. Point number 3 is common signs and symptoms of cancer. The first is unattended weight loss. The second is persistent fatigue. The third is unusual lump or swelling. The next is chronic pain. The fifth is sores that won't heal. The last is fever. Point number 4 is causes of cancer. Cancer can be caused by exposure to carcinogens such as tobacco smoke, UV radiation, and certain chemicals. Cancer can be caused too by physical inactivity and obesity, poor diet and nutrition, excessive alcohol consumption, and infections such as HPV and hepatitis viruses. Point number 5 is how to diagnose cancers. Cancer can be diagnosed by medical history and physical examinations, imaging tests, lab techniques like X-rays, CT scan, MRIs, and ultrasounds, and biopsy. There are 3 types of biopsies, including needle biopsies, surgical biopsies, and the last is endoscopic biopsies. The last point is kinds of cancer treatment. Cancer can be treated by chemotherapy, radiation therapy, immunotherapy, photodynamic therapy, and anti-angiogenesis therapy. That's all about my presentations today. Thank you for listening.
Practice is the key to mastery. Every effort, no matter how small, gets you closer to perfection. Keep going. Your dedication will pay off. Latihan adalah kunci menuju penguasaan keterampilan berbahasa. Setiap usaha, sekecil apapun, membawa Anda lebih dekat ke kesempurnaan. Teruslah maju, dedikasi Anda akan membuahkan hasil. Salam dari Pak Budi.